There's no place I'd rather be.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Chelsea Blues. Welcome back to another video. We hope you're all doing well today. We're your hosts, Ben and Mark. This is your match preview for Manchester City versus Chelsea in the third round of the FA Cup. But before we get into it, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this channel out as much as possible, guys. Share the videos out as much as possible, guys. It really does help us out. Also, do not forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Our links are in the description down below. Manchester City versus Chelsea in the FA Cup third round kicks off tomorrow. I think it's a 4 o'clock kickoff or 4:15 if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check and I'll put it in the comments when I know for sure. After the game on Thursday, this is our second game of the week against Manchester City. It's not great. It's not a great situation to be in at the moment, playing Man City twice in 1 week. It could be worse, though. You know, you could be someone like a team at the bottom of the Premier League, you know, facing relegation in a dire situation. But we lost 1-0 on Thursday, and, you know, despite the loss, we performed really well. But we need to perform well tomorrow and win, and I don't think that's going to happen again. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I just think we're in this situation now where we're not going to win anything this season. I think we just have to accept what's going to happen, and we're going to have to accept that we're not going to get top four. We're not going to get top four. We're not going to get any trophies. We're just going to try and get Europa League place if we can. Dad, I mean, do you think tomorrow we could very well see a hammering, or do you think if we play like we did the other day, there's something that we could cause a surprise upset? What do you think?
Well, I think if we play anywhere near the level we played the other night, it was anyone's game, but that unfortunate goal from Mahrez won them the game. I think this tournament is still wide open, so I think if we play with the same intensity as we did the other night, then we do stand a chance. If we play with anything less, then we're going to get a beating. So I think we've got to go out there, on our A game tomorrow, and this is the only thing left for us to really compete for is the FA Cup. There's no chance of Premier League, no chance of Champions League.
Forget the Champions League, guys. Forget it.
Yeah.
Look,
we'd be lucky if we got in the Europa, but I think we should go out tomorrow,
and just fight.
Yeah, with just that positive mental attitude, and fight, and just hope for the best. As I say, if we play like we did on Thursday night, no two games are ever the same, but we have to play with that pace, that intensity, and get a win. That's what we need. Nothing else.
I think the one thing that's concerning me as well is our injuries. We have a lot of injuries at the moment. We have 10 players out injured from the first team. 10 players. That's almost as much as a starting 11. We're in a crisis.
Yeah,
as I said the other day, we're in a crisis of injuries. We've got Pulisic out injured, Fofana out injured, Reece James out injured, Ben Chilwell out injured. We've got Sterling now out injured for like 4 to 6 weeks, I think. We've got Brozier out injured for the season.
I think
Kante's out.
If we have any more injuries, that's the team gone. So
look, Reece James, N'Golo Kante, Wesley Fofana, Ben Chilwell, and Raheem Sterling, and Pulisic, major players for this squad. So what do we do? We're in such a crisis at the moment, and this can't continue. We need to invest in this month.
Oh, absolutely.
There's going to have to be some investments. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But look, there's going to be a lot to worry about tomorrow. A lot of danger men from Man City: Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Cancelo. There's all these sorts of dangers that we have to worry about. So how do we line up tomorrow? How do we line up?
And before we go into the lineup, if things are not done, we do not buy decent players, we do not have this revamp in our club, then we're just going to diminish, and the chances are we could see ourselves dwindling down the bottom of the Premier League and somewhere in the near future, into relegation. So
Look.
the onus is on the owner of the club.
Only get your hand in your pocket, basically.
Yep, and I hate to see this, but if Graham Potter
doesn't pull his socks up,
doesn't pull his socks up, doesn't materialise, and get the club back into winning ways, then basically we're going to require another manager.
Exactly.
Like you said, this is the poisonous chalice, and it's still going on. We've had so many turnovers of management, and we're just going to be the laughing stock of the Premier League. So basically, I think the owners, they just need to sort of like invest the money in decent players. Stop all this.
Look, we're buying for the future. That's great, as I said the other day. But we need to buy for now. What's now? What happens now? What happens now is more important than what happens next. Because I can't see us getting Europa League even with the crisis with the injuries, with the poor results that are going our way at the moment. We have to do something. So what do we do? But look, in terms of a lineup tomorrow, what do we go with? How do we set up tomorrow against Manchester City to try and actually fight against them? Because we fought against them the other day, and I thought what Graham Potter, the way Graham Potter set up was quite good. I thought it worked. It worked to an extent of we could hold Man City to 1-0. That was it. That it was better than holding them, like letting them just run rampage and go 6-7-0 on us. I prefer to lose 1-0 in a close game than lose 6-8-0 in an embarrassment.
I just thought of a name, if this carries on, we could be called Injury FC. We could be sponsored by the NHS, and they're on strike at the moment.
Right. We've been Charity FC. Right. We've been Charity FC for how long? A couple of seasons, 6 seasons now, and it's not good enough. Now we're Injury FC. But guys, let's go. In terms of a lineup, we put together a lineup that we think is more than capable of giving Man City a decent game tomorrow, and maybe grabbing a result. So let's get into the lineup now, and we'll give you our thoughts on each player. So, starting off in goal, none other than Kepa. No other choice. Mendy's out injured. We got no one else. Who are you going to put in goal tomorrow? Bettinelli? No, I'm good, thank you. Dad, your thoughts on Kepa?
Amazing performance the other night from Kepa.
Apart from that one error where he could have picked up the ball.
There was that one error, but overall, fantastic goalkeeping from Kepa. He's far more reliable than Mendy. He's not asleep on the job. Kepa every time for me.
Yeah, and I have to say, what a turnaround from Kepa, from that really poor run of games he had under Frank, where his mistake after mistake, error after error. Look at the turnaround. And I think that's thanks to Graham Potter's goalkeeper coach. He's really given him confidence. And so Kepa in goal for us tomorrow. Then moving into the back four. No Aspie tomorrow, Trevor Chalobah. It has to be Trevor Chalobah, because Aspie got skinned by Jack Grealish the other night. He got absolutely mauled. He was huffing and puffing all night. And that's not what we need. We need someone who's got energy, pace, and power to deal with these sorts of quick wingers. So, Chalobah for me at right back. Dad, do you agree with this, or do you think you could have come up with another option?
I think Chalobah is the right man for the job. He's got a lot of pace.
Power, physicality.
The physicality. He works for me, Chalobah.
He may not be good going up the pitch, attacking wise and crossing the ball, but I don't think we're going to be doing much of that tomorrow on that right-hand side. I think we're going to have a lot of problems on that right-hand side tomorrow. Yeah. So, Chalobah for me. Dad, Chalobah for you? Happy days?
Happy.
Yep, okay, so then moving into the back two. Kalidou Koulibaly. I mean, a lot of mistakes from Koulibaly of recent, and it's a shame to say. He reminds me of Clubfoot Zuma at the moment, but
Clubfoot
I
2.0.
the reason I've put Koulibaly on this side is because what we've done on the other side is a bit different. But Dad, Koulibaly, could he turn up tomorrow? Could he perform? You know, he is one of the known to be one of the best defenders in the world.
Yeah, and he seems to fluctuate from game to game.
Some games
And,
he could be
yeah.
immense.
Yeah. So I'm not going to write him off,
No.
just as now. But yeah, he works for me.
Yeah, so Koulibaly on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side, not Thiago Silva. On the left hand side of the centre back position, we have gone with Benoit Badiashile, who the new French centre back we have bought from AS Monaco for 38 million euros. I think he's more than capable of doing a job tomorrow, and I think he's a great defender, a great buy. 21 years of age, he's got plenty of pace, plenty of power, plenty of strength. Good defensive mindset. He's really, really good. I've watched countless videos of him. I've watched matches with Monaco, of him playing at Monaco, and he looked very, very good. Dad, your thoughts on Badiashile?
I don't know a lot about him. I know he's new, fresh into the club, so I'll judge from there and see, how he performs. As you said, and I'll take your word for it, that he is a good player in that position, and so yeah, I'll just go with.
So you go Benoit Badiashile on the left side of the centre back position. Into the left back position now we go into Marc Cucurella, the only option we've got in this position. Yeah. We could have gone with Lewis Hall, but I think Lewis Hall will come on second half into this position, and I think he will do really well. Cucurella for me has the experience now. Over the last season or two, he spent a season at Brighton and now he's with us. So he's got that Premier League know-how. I feel like Cucurella could do a job tomorrow. He made a mistake against Man City for letting Mahrez get into that position to score the goal. He could have tracked his man better. But for me, Cucurella tomorrow on that left back position is the man I think we're gonna go for. Dad, what do you think about Cucurella? Do you think he suits the game for tomorrow?
Yeah, like you say, only option we do have, but he's another one, who fluctuates in and out of games, and he made that mistake the other night, allowing Mahrez to score that goal, and but I'll go with Cucurella. He is a good player. He's got plenty of skill, plenty of pace, physicality as well. So
yeah, for a small man, he's very physical. So that is our choice at left back. So then moving on into the midfield too, we've gone with a 4-2-3-1. So the double six is Denis Zakaria and Mateo Kovacic. Denis Zakaria for me played amazingly Thursday. He was the best player on the pitch. He was from start to finish perfect. The way he glides across the pitch, the way he uses his physicality, his ability on the ball is second to none. Got great footwork, intelligent mindset. He's a real, mountain of a player. And Mateo Kovacic can, break in between the lines, get into those half spaces, put passes into those half spaces for the wingers and the number 10, and provides that energy. So for me, these two, Dad, what do you think about these two, Zakaria and Mateo Kovacic?
Yeah, I think Denis Zakaria had a great game the other day. He come along and played the game with a lot of pace and a lot of physicality. He was spot on. Good old workhorse there. Only a young fella as well. And Mateo Kovacic, he can have some great games. Sometimes he can be a bit lackadaisy, but he played rather well. So I'm quite happy with them two in the midfield. So
that's our midfield two, and then moving on into the three in front of those two. On the right hand side, we got Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech against Manchester City on Thursday was great. He looked really good, quick, intelligent, sharp, skillful. That wand of a left boot is so useful in situations where we need to cross the ball, from corners, through kicks. even just in-game situations naturally where he can get onto that left foot and ping one in or have a crack with that left foot from like 20 yards out. I think he's such a good player. I have doubted him before, but I think now is his time to shine with a lot of players out injured. He can have a run in the squad. And, I think he'll do really well. Dad, your thoughts on Ziyech?
Yeah, considering he hasn't had a lot of play time, in the Premier League, I think, he's very skillful, especially that left leg. He's great at passing into the box as well. I think, he's a must, and we must play him more,
Yeah,
get the use out of him.
exactly. Because otherwise he'll just leave, and that's
yeah.
not what
Star
we want.
player.
I think he can be a real good player. When he was playing at Ajax, he was incredible. That goal he scored against us at Stamford Bridge was something else. He is such a good player. So for me, Ziyech on the left, on the right hand side. Then moving into the number 10 role, we got Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher on Thursday come on the second half and was everywhere. He had energy to use. He was pressing constantly. He is a very physical player. He's got great shot on him, great passing ability, and I think he could be a real asset to this team on the weekend tomorrow against Manchester City. Dad, your thoughts on Gallagher?
Yeah, he's a great player. I think he's gaining a lot of valuable experience. He played a great game the other night. He's a must for us. Yeah, keep playing him.
Yep, so Gallagher in the number 10 position. Then moving on into the left-hand side. The left-hand side has been a bit difficult because at one point you think about Amari Hutchinson. Then you think about all the players who got injured. Sterling, Pulisic. Not a lot of option on that left-hand side. So what do you do in this situation? Well, the situation we've got is a lot of injuries. So what do we do? So on the left-hand side, we have gone for Carney Chukwuemeka. I think he's a brilliant player, and he really showed himself on Thursday night. He really showed a lot of potential, a lot of pace, quick energy. Hit the post against Manchester City on Thursday as well, real star player for the future. Dad, your thoughts on Chukwuemeka?
Yeah, I think he's a bit of a good talent, rising star. He deserves to play, and after all, this is an FA Cup game, not a Premier League game. He's got to have play time, and it's nice to see some fresh legs and faces out on the pitch there.
Yeah. So you're happy with Chukwuemeka, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and then moving into the number 9 position, the striker. I had a lot of thought about this, and I was in discussions with you, Dad. What do we do? How do we do this? Like, Aubameyang just doesn't look like he can be bothered. We haven't got Brozier anymore. He's out injured for the season. And we don't have anyone to play that false 9 role apart from Kai Havertz. Now, I don't really want to play Kai Havertz tomorrow because I think he deserves a rest. And, we want to keep him for more important matches. Obviously we're going to have a real good game tomorrow. I think it's going to be interesting, but I do think we're going to lose. I'll give you my prediction later. So the only real option we've got is this guy. David Datro Fofana. The new signing from Molde out in Sweden. Now this guy, I've seen videos of him. I've seen his footballing skill. He's really good. He reminds me of Drogba. He's fast, strong, intelligent. He's quick on the ball. He's he's got a real good finish. He's a good finisher. He's from Ivory Coast. He looks really good. And we only signed him recently. 20 years old, I believe. So give him an opportunity, I say. Dad, what do you think of David Datro Fofana? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about him, but it'd be nice to see him play in that position, and especially for the first half, give him a chance and see how it all materialises, and hopefully he can bag us a goal or two.
Exactly. So, guys, this is our team. Please let us know your thoughts. We're going to go back to the main camera now, and we'll give you our predictions. So, in terms of a prediction, what do we think is going to happen? I mean, look, we're going to lose tomorrow. We are going to lose. It's just by how many goals. In my view, I think Man City are going to try. They're going to rest players, though. They're going to rest a lot of players. So that gives us an opportunity to try and do something. They're going to get the likes of Cole Palmer out there, Rico Lewis, all these sorts of players. So for me, with the lineup that we've picked, if Potter goes to this tomorrow, I'll still be real with you. I think 2-0 City. But that doesn't say that I don't think Chelsea will fight, because if Chelsea do, I think they could cause an upset, and if they do cause an upset, it'd be a 1-0 to us. Dad, what about you? What's your prediction?
Well, I think this could go either way tomorrow, you know, depending on how we play. So I do see, you know, that this could either be a draw going to extra time.
If it's a draw, it goes straight to a replay.
Straight to a replay, is it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So this would go to a replay. It's a hard one to call, but I'm going to be quite bold here. I'm going to go with this time round. It's going to be 1-0 to us.
Wow. Okay, guys, let us know your predictions on the game tomorrow. Let us know your thoughts on the lineup. We'd love to hear it. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this channel out as much as possible. Share the videos out as much as possible, guys. Really just help us out. Guys, hope you've all enjoyed the video today. Thank you so much for watching us. Don't forget, we will be live tomorrow for the watch along.
Come on down, guys.
We'll put it on the channel so you're notified of when it comes up. And so until then, guys, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.